Now it's time to stack, fill, and level the cake. I place a non-skid mat on my turntable, and that keeps the cake from shifting all around. I'm using a bread knife. You can see the teeth right there. I'm going to cut off any of the dark doming that I don't like. And of course, I'll need to flip my cake back over. You see, when your cake is really cold like this, you can handle it very easy. It doesn't fall apart on you. So we're just going to take that top layer off. It doesn't look nice and probably won't taste that good either. And there you go. I didn't have to cut off too much, did I? And that's because we used that wet towel when we were baking. Now, flipping it back over, I'm going to cut this thick layer of cake into 3 separate layers. So, just holding on to the cake and working the knife through the cake and around, I have now cut 1 layer. And let's cut the other 2 layers. And there you go. We now have 3 layers of cake. Make sure you spread a little bit of frosting on your cake board now, just a little layer, and put the 1 layer back on. There you go. It's going to stick in place. And I'm just showing you how I have now cut 3 layers. Now it's time to stack and fill our layers. So I had made some vanilla frosting to use on my crumb coat. Keep your main frosting that you're going to do your final coat with separate from your crumb coat frosting. You will thank me later. The worst thing is to have crumbs in your cake that you can see once you've decorated it. So using a big dollop of my crumb coating, I am going to spread that on my first layer. If you want a lot of frosting in the center of your layers, then you would, of course, put on as much as you would like. I'm just putting on a thin layer because I'm also going to add strawberries. Make sure when you are cleaning off your offset spatula that you put it back in the right bowl, the crumb coat bowl. If you put it back in the regular bowl, you're going to get crumbs in your finished icing or frosting. Filling a pastry bag with a big round tip inside, I am going to pipe a dam around my layer so that when I put in my strawberries, they will not ooze out the side. So I just run that bead of frosting right along that outside edge. And now I can put filling in. So I'm just going to put in a thin layer of strawberries. Once I spread out the desired amount of strawberries, I will put another layer of cake on top of that. And you will see how that dome will keep the strawberries from oozing out. And just gently press down on your second layer just a little bit to make sure it adheres to the frosting. And we're going to repeat all those steps again. Don't forget to add the top on. Let's level and plumb our cake now. It's very important that you get the cake very level all the way around and plumb. Just turn the cake and level it from every side. If you need to press down, whatever it takes. And then plumbing, of course, you want it to be straight up and down. You don't want it leaning like the Tower of Pisa. This little level that I bought is just from the dollar store. Use it in your arsenal of cake decorating.